Welcome to the Jon+Tam Jam podcast.
And we have a special guest today, one of my best friends, Omid.
Hello, everyone. I hope you all are having a fantastic Sunday, and it's a pleasure and honor to be part of your podcast.
Yeah, we're just gonna kind of play some Mario Kart and just kind of just talk about what we've been up to lately. We wanted to maybe get you up to speed on what's been going on because the last few episodes we've been preparing for two conventions. You know, the first one was MagWest, and we played the characters Ron Nasty, and who's based on the Ruddles, and Tammy's played an original character named June Fang, who she's complete original for the exclusively for the shows. She is based on a relationship John Lennon had in the '70s when he was separated from Yoko Ono with a woman, their assistant May Pang, and people would call her a mistress, but that's like a misconception. Yep, and we're gonna start playing now.
Yes.
I have always felt in the back of my mind she's an onion. I have always thought that the well was unkind. She's an onion. Do I have to spell it out? CHEESCANDONIONS. I'm down. Man a machine. Keep yourself clean. Be a has-been. Like a dinosaur. Man of advice. Everything nice. Better think twice. At least once more. Thank you. Eat your lunch.
So I wish you picked the level. So yeah, I mean, I think we'll start with MagWest first because that was the first convention we did earlier this month. It was Tammy's first convention, although we did do the anime. The three of us did the anime festival. We did we were the Straw Hat Pirates.
I would say that's more like a festival more than a convention, so I'm not sure if that counts, but yeah. I had a fun time at the anime festival with you two.
Yeah, no, it was great. And Tammy, how was your first experience in the anime festival compared to MagWest?
It was different, but overall, I still have a great first experience.
I feel the same way. I think that was a great experience for all of us. The only downside,
Thus far, since Tammy's first outing, we haven't won any contest. But it's not always about winning. I mean,
It's about having fun, yeah.
yeah, I'm not even too worried about winning or losing this. So for Tammy's first official convention at MagWest, which was in San Jose, I think because she came back she didn't attend until later in the day. She had to dog sit, so it was but still, I mean, I think for the time we had together, the amount of time we spent there, we played a couple of we played some games, some Mario games. We did some Smash, and I got to play on the Virtual Boy, which was a lot of fun. And then we did then we also did. I mean, it was then I was with a friend and his wife, and we played tabletop games. We played something called Monster Destroyer, which has a box art cover similar to the classic NES, which was nice. Did the show. There was pretty good cosplayers there. I don't know if only you play Boulder's Gate, but Robbie.
I haven't, but it did win Game of the Year.
Oh yeah, Robbie played Raphael, and there was a Major Armstrong guy was named Joe, and but I think probably the in both shows the probably the more, I don't want to say best because I'm not trying to have a bias here, but I'd say one of the more unique characters, because in CWF you don't have to do a pre-existing character, you can do a completely original character. But the character was named Shipper. I mean, if you watch the full show, you'll see, yeah, he like, it's basically he likes to ship couples, he likes to do all these crazy puns. Oh wow, close race there.
Dude, you were right behind me, man.
I know, it's super close. Have you had a chance to do Mario Paint yet?
I didn't, but it's not really a game that I would rush to play, even though I'm a huge Mario fan. I've heard Mario Paint is it one of the most well received? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it has a following, for sure. I was showing some of my art from last night, which was, I drew some Power Rangers, and I drew
Really?
some. I tried my hand at the Red Ranger. I'm not a terrible drawer, but like, I would not expect myself to enter any like fan art contests anytime soon. I like, there's just like, and that's kind of a good analogy with the CWF show. I just think there's people who've done this like long enough where, because like, I think I'm the only, like, I mean, I'm sure there's other people who've never won, like, or even gone to the finals besides me, but at the same time, I haven't done this long enough to kind of really like perfect like my characters. I would say this. So I played the same character twice so far. I played Nasty twice, and Tammy's played June twice. And out of the two, it's really hard to decipher what I think. I got more of a better crowd reaction the first time, but I think there was more of an effort. I put in more effort this time around. Like I brought props. I made a joke about. I parodied John Lennon's Walls and Bridges album where he put a bunch of glasses on his face, to be silly. I've done that, and I've always, me and my brother growing, because my father. I'd say my father was an even bigger John Lennon fan than a Beatles fan, because, not many people know this, but he was like 6 blocks away when John Lennon was murdered, because he worked like in this New York City.
Yeah, and John Lennon was murdered by one of his crazy fans.
Crazy fans obsessed with Catcher in the Rye.
It's so crazy.
I'm not gonna even call him by his full name. I just call him either Chapman or SOB.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve to have that honor.
Yeah, because a lot of killers they use their first, middle, and last names, and like, I don't even want to say his full name, but like, if people like, if I could just say
The dude's a fucking murderer.
yeah, the dude that decided, hey, you know what, I'm jealous of this guy because he has everything I want, and I
If
don't.
you want what he has, go then work hard for it. It's not that hard.
Yeah, no, I mean, and then and there's definitely trepidation in today's culture about how there's definitely a lot of celebrities, subjectively speaking, that don't deserve the position they're in today.
Yeah.
And I still wouldn't want them to die. Like, yeah, there might be an exception or two, but
I mean, even those that don't deserve their positions, or those that I don't like, I still don't want them to die. I just want them to not have their positions anymore.
paradigm shift, baby. Yeah, no, I agree with you. And so yeah, he heard it on, like, I don't know, there's this guy Don Imus. He was kind of like the popular disc jockey in New York before Howard Stern took over. And I also even got to hear Howard Stern's reaction to Lennon's death when he was on a DJ in Michigan. So yeah, so my dad, yeah, I think that was really what caused his. I mean, before John Lennon was murdered, my dad had maybe 2 of his solo albums. Then after he died, I think he got almost all of them. With his most recent album that come out 3 weeks with Yoko, called Double Fantasy, and has some of the, like, honestly, some of the best track. I mean, even because I think before he died, one track called Just Like Starting Over, I think that got to number 6, but then his murder propelled that to number 1 for obvious reasons. And so I've always been like fascinated. Like the Beatles lore has always been very fascinating. Like there's been more like books about them, like even just sometimes like their history can be like the same thing. That's one of the reasons I got really into the Beach Boys. Sometimes the history and the lore of the bands can be just as interesting as the music, you know. And there's a lot of people are just out there like, I don't really care about this stuff. I just like the music. I'm like, cool. I mean, I don't know, because like if you go to history, like there's music theory, there's music history classes, and they talk about um, like the history of like music and different genres. Like people talk about like Beethoven's personal life. Like it's like it doesn't matter whether it's Brian Wilson or John Lennon. Like these or Elton John. Like there's a reason they make these musical biopics, and some of which make like Bohemian Rhapsody. I think is like the highest grossing biopic. There's a Beatles biopic in the works, and I think they're going to do like a cinematic universe approach where they each have the same actor, and and each one like is more focused than the other. Like there'll be a John focused one, there'll be a Paul focused one, George focused, I think, and maybe Ringo. I don't know. Like I mean, I think the fact that Barry Keoghan's playing Ringo, like I mean, that's an interesting choice because the irony is there's a lot of people that don't really care for him playing that person. But the irony is, out of all the actors, he looks like the most like Ringo compared to the other guys. Like those guys look nothing like John, George, or Paul. Like, and trust me, I'm not alone. The internet, like is very quick to form angry mobs, and that one, like,
Yeah,
it came together fast.
Like, it's a mob mentality that is especially prevalent nowadays. So.
And so overall, I would say, like overall, I think I did. I'm more happy because I got to actually do more with Nasty this time, and I really gave it my all. Because the other characters, like Shipper, ended up in the finals again, and then it was a character named like a Gremlin character, like a Hunter Gremlin character. Because she I don't know, she gave a really good flashy performance. I suppose. I just think I think the reason Nasty I don't think they were like was ever able to get the finals. They were thinking about the first time they were thinking of putting me in the finals at the MagWest show. But I don't know. I don't know. I guess for me, I guess it is hard because I notice a lot of these like shows they'll like reference. I pretty bad that time. Never good at these ghost levels. But I notice a lot of the times people they're very wired into internet culture and memes and phrases I've never even heard of. Like I didn't even know that get meant like good or awesome until like a few years ago. So there's certain lingos and there's a certain language and a certain culture that a lot of these CWF contestants are adhere to, and I don't because I mean like
it's hard for them to get it,
yeah,
because they're not familiar with that kind of lingo.
Yeah, I mean well I mean me and Tammy are kind of like we're foreign to stuff like I don't know. Because like I said, Tammy like never attended like a nerd culture thing until like this year,
Yeah.
and we're both in our 30s.
And the thing is that her very first nerd event was the one I went to, so I was happy to be part of it.
What was your first nerd event?
It was fan made back in 2009. So,
Year after you.
so we're the OGs when it comes to this.
Pretty much, and I thought like me starting at 20, I was late to the game, but no, there's a lot of people that wait until they're 30 or 40. I mean, there was a Pokemon Go player I'm friends with who's like 70.
Dude, like one of my friends, Robert, hasn't gone to an anime convention until like about a year or two ago, and back then he was still in his 30s.
You can't shame people for being late to the party with this stuff, because for one thing, these conventions they're not cheap. Like you want to get sometimes you want to do the full weekend, you get a hotel, and I haven't done the full weekends in a long time, but because I'm gonna ask my group tonight if a CWF show is happening at Anime Los Angeles in January. If they are, then I would be open to going for sure. I mean, only you don't have to be part of the show. Although if you were, you can get it. They can hook you up with the badge.
John, I could think of nothing more. I couldn't think of nothing better as a return to anime conventions for me than to attend ALA with you and to be part of the show. Like that would be my grand return.
Yeah, I'm guessing they are, because the thing is, they want to do. I mean, they'll probably have different like people handling it, but I mean, it's all connected. It's all part of the Discord community. It's all like there's different chapters. It's all like, to quote George Harrison when he talked to Neil Innes about doing the Ruddles again in the '90s. It's all part of the soup. It's all connected. Like, you know,
Yeah.
there's always you know, there's always something for people to do at these things, and it would be yeah, it would be a true honor if this was something, you know, we could do together.
Oh hell yeah, dude! It's something we are gonna do together.
Because I think the last time you attended a CWF show, what was that like? That Fanime or?
The last time I attended was anime last year. But I went as an audience member. I didn't go like, you know, fully participate in the event itself as one of the contestants. But I didn't take part of the show, but I watched it.
Yeah. So, and you know, and the thing is, you know, because even if you just wanted to be like a manager, because we talked about you possibly, remember me being Eggman again and you being Agent Stone. I mean, because here's the thing: even if you're a manager, like, you're still part of the show, so they can still hook you up with a badge.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you could.
Honestly, yeah. No matter how big a role I play, I still want to, you know, do this with you.
Yeah, and I like you. Yeah, because I feel like with you, it's like I feel like, because you and, like, I talked to a friend about this yesterday. Between you and Nick, you guys like honestly feel like the only, and Tammy, the three of you feel like the only like really the true friends I have. Everyone else kind of feels like a fair weather friend or an acquaintance, and some people think those two are like symbiotic, they're the same. But yeah, you three, because I mean, I've been to like more, you know, geek culture events. I think Robbie's like not a distant fourth, but he's definitely like fourth up there. Like you, Nick, and Tammy are probably, I've gone to like conventions and gatherings and festivals more than anybody else.
Yeah, I'm honored to be part of that top three, man.
Yeah, and we've done.
I consider you a brother as well. Like, you know, you're one of my top three best friends as well.
I'm honored. I'm honored there. I'm honored to be. Yeah, I don't like to pick number one and number twos. It's
Me neither.
You're all equally number. You, Tammy, and Nick are all number one, because I feel like you know, because I think what I get out of Tammy is like it does kind of feel like she's also a friend as well as a girlfriend. And I don't. Do you feel that way too, hon?
Yeah, both. Mostly more like friend.
I mean, you can't spell boyfriend or girlfriend without friend. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I 100%. And you know, and that's, you know, and you know, I've had, you know, sometimes I've had relationships where the relationship part comes first and the friendship part comes second, and I kind of feel like the friendship part sometimes usually comes first. I mean, sometimes the relationship part comes first, but I guess it just depends on the circumstances and the context of the situation.
Do you want to do some more Mario Kart World?